You are now tuned in to the Insomniacs Podcast. You are now tuned in to the Insomniacs Podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Insomniacs Podcast. This is your host, Nova. And before we get into it, let's go ahead and announce our panel members. We got CC. CC, you're there?
Yo.
We got iTrip.
Yo.
C $.
What's good, everybody?
And last but not least, Cool Hand Cruz.
What's going on?
Again, welcome to the Insomniacs Podcast. Thanks for joining us again, where we talk about the hottest topics in gaming news for the week. Before we dive into the topics, Cool Hand, let us know what games are coming out this week.
Yeah, let's get right into it, man. This is what's coming out. Notable releases for this week. Once again, dropping today, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition for PC and Switch. And for all you Xbox fans, Tell Me Why also released today for Xbox and PC. Coming out tomorrow, August 28th, Captain Subuza, Rise of a New Champions. It's coming out for PS, Switch, and PC. That's that really cool AA soccer game, kind of like Super Mario Strikers, but like for anime, I guess. Jump Force coming for the Switch August 28th also. And they did a okie doke on me. It was supposed to come out on the 25th. They ended up dropping it the 28th. Madden 21 coming out for PlayStation, Xbox, Stadia, and PC. Wasteland 3 also coming out for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC August 28th. And coming out September 1st, Hitman 1 and 2 coming to Stadia. And that's all for your notable releases coming for the week.
All right. So, there's a lot of topics to get into today. We got stuff ranging from Halo, PS5 pre-orders, and everything in between. To start it off, let's do Call of Duty. So, as a lot of you may have seen or may not seen, new Call of Duty was announced. Looks very promising. It was shown on the PS5. We got a lot of details recently. On the screen, you'll be seeing gameplay of it, 60 frames per second.
Actually, you got to see the full specs of the PlayStation 5.
It shows what it's capable of. So, let's dive into it. I'll reserve my comments for later, but we'll start off with C $. What are your impressions on the game?
I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited that they announced it's gonna be 4K 120 FPS for next gen consoles. It's still kind of hard to wrap my mind around having that kind of power on console. Usually you guys spend a lot of money to get 120 FPS. Like I have a 2080 and I don't think I can get 120 FPS on my 2080. So I'm pretty excited to see how that looks like.
I'm actually excited for it to actually live up to the hype. When they first announced the next gen consoles, kind of rivaling high end PCs, man, this is actually the start. This is actually what I'm beginning to see. It's actually like coming into fruition. So, man, I'm hyped. The way it looks, man, I haven't been excited for a Call of Duty game in a long time. Even when Warzone came out, I was like, it's just a battle. It's just a battle royal. But man, this is, I'm getting it. I'm buying.
Oof, I don't know. For me, Call of Duty hasn't really done anything for me in a while. They're pumping them up like it's hotcakes. Like you get a new one every year.
Yeah, like Madden.
Not much hasn't changed personally for me. I mean, it's still the same raging lobbies with just 2-second kills and spawn killing. So I'm gonna have to wait and see on this one. There hasn't been a good Call of Duty that's grabbed my attention since I would probably say Modern Warfare.
Really? So like even like the Warzone Battle Royale didn't draw you in?
Nope.
Really? Okay.
I mean, at that point, they're just trying to hop in on the bandwagon for me, and it was just, I don't care for it.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of Call of Duty days, don't get me wrong, but at this point, they're not doing anything that's too exciting for me. But that could change.
I'm actually pretty excited about this. Normally, I'm not a Call of Duty guy, or really multiplayer too much nowadays. Try to get some action in. That's a lie. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. I do like the direction that the franchise has been going ever since Warzone, and yeah, I mean, they've piqued my interest. I'm looking forward to this 120 frames per second. Obviously, you'll need a HDMI 2.1 TV to really see that. But yeah, it looks good, man. I'm excited for it. Trip, what about you? What do you think, man?
Well, I mean, honestly, like the past few Call of Duties, I haven't thought much of. This past one was actually pretty damn good. Like I feel like they changed it up enough, but to go back to like those old Call of Duty roots. For this one, I'm actually even more excited than I was for this past one because the only reason I fuck with Call of Duty at all is zombies. Zombies. The only reason I play Call of Duty is zombies. And now another one has come out, so I can teach you guys how to play some zombies.
Oof.
Okay. Slow down, Xbox, bro.
Is there any word that this is going to be like cross-platform?
I mean, this previous one was what if, bro? If it is, you get to learn. I'll teach you how to play zombies.
Before we get into that, yo, shout out to everyone in the chat. We got Cheap Thrills. He said, "Hey, what up? We got Slat Danny, a regular of ours. The Boss 2025. Shout out to all y'all for checking us out. And we got 10 people right now. Appreciate everyone for checking in. Great segue, Cool Hand. So we did find out a little bit troubling news on the Xbox side in regards to Cold War. And this is something that me and C. Sign argued about for an hour yesterday. But what the news is, so in terms of cross-gen support, when it comes to digital, everyone's good. If you buy this game digital, you will be able to bring it onto the next generation consoles. Where the divide is for the physical copies. So if you buy the physical version of Call of Duty, you are able, but just by as easy as putting your disc in the disc slot, you're able to have the option to go to the PSN store and upgrade to the next gen version. On the Xbox side, if you buy the physical copy, you're kind of you're out of luck because you cannot upgrade. And you know, some people, you can call it console warring, fanboy, whatever, but there's Xbox guys that are pissed off about this because it's a choice. I mean, you know, you're gonna have millions of casuals who play Call of Duty, and you know, when they find out that they can't just put their disc in the slot and upgrade to the next gen version, they're going to be bummed. I mean, Microsoft is essentially forcing players who choose to buy the physical copy to buy another copy on, you know, the Xbox Series X.
Yeah. Cue Larry David music.
So saying that, I want to pivot to, you know, any of my resident Xbox guys here to get their thoughts on this. It's
yeah, sure.
You know, it's
let me tell you exactly all about it, bro. It's if you're still buying this, you deserve to buy that shit twice, you dumbass. What the hell's wrong with you?
That's
fucking
such
2020.
That's
kind
such
of dumbass shit.
Though that's such an elitist view.
I mean,
welcome to the world of Xbox.
I mean,
we got
I'm
it.
just saying. I lose my shit every time I gotta switch out games. Every time I gotta put Halo back in or throw GTA, Halo, and ESO. 3 games I got on fucking disc. Play the 3 of them. Play the shit out of the 3 of them. It's ridiculous.
It's also the only 3 games you guys got on Xbox at this point.
This guy. I mean, it beats 1,000 of the same games. So I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to crouch everywhere I go.
But doesn't this kind of concern you a little bit that it just has one less option? I mean, we're all coming from the experienced gamer standpoint. We got to look at this from the casual perspective too. These guys aren't reading news articles like we are, and they're not aware that they can't do that. So I mean, I'm sure they'll be up for a surprise. And where this kind of like grinds my gears a little bit is this is totally against the messaging that we've received from Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, where he's blatantly said on multiple occasions that there are no more generations, that everything's coming with you. Okay, well, it looks like from one of the biggest franchises that's not really applicable because you can't, so is this setting a new precedent for physical copies that you can't upgrade? And, Trip, well, I do agree with you, like, okay, who's still buying physical? GameStop is still there. It still exists. They're not.
If you want to get ripped off at a pawn shop, Jesus.
Yeah, right.
$60 is going to give me $375 for the game. No, thank you.
Okay.
Exactly. No, thank you.
Sony love the kids. Xbox don't love the kids.
But here's the thing.
We look at for the common man here.
For the common man who does go to GameStop. And or we have to think about the people.
Last time you were in the GameStop.
Let me just put this into perspective for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Even if you're a casual gamer, you're probably gonna want to have less of a hassle. So I would say that more serious gamer is more likely to have physical copies because he doesn't care. If you're more of a casual gamer, you want it to be as easy as possible. You want it to just be, go to your home screen, click that new Call of Duty, and bam, you're playing it. Oh, hey, maybe I want to play some Fortnite now. Boom, switch over to Fortnite, play it. Oh, maybe I'm planning to play some GTA. Switch over and play it. So if you're talking casual gamer standpoint, I think the casual gamer is going to start leaning towards downloadable content. And I think you're going to start seeing that with Stadia.
Yeah, especially with the whole like coronavirus pandemic, right? Like people were stuck home, so when all these games are dropping, like I wanted to go to Target, I wanted to go to Best Buy to buy games, but the stores were closed, so we were forced for months to buy things only digitally. So I think the common consumer is like used to it at this point.
So you think the transition period is kind of like over unless you're buying like deluxe copies or special editions of games?
Yeah, because
exactly.
I like to build out my collection of games. So I just like seeing all the games I own. So I like buying physical just for the sake of being able to see my physical collection.
Yeah, for the visual.
I feel like most like average gamers do digital nowadays.
Yeah, but what happens when I get my PS5 that has limited storage space? As much as that sucks,
can you get an upgrade for the storage?
Not yet, but there are rumors. There are. Hold on. They haven't.
Whoa.
Sorry, that was just a jab on my end. I knew that answer.
They haven't. Oh my god.
We don't know. Oh, hold on. Number one, we don't know.
Low hanging fruit.
Listen, we don't know pricing on either of the consoles. So let me stop you right there.
I can tell you something though. We got hard drives are gonna add on.
Okay, but Jesus. Yeah, you can. But guess what? Microsoft still hasn't announced their lower end console, right?
As opposed to PlayStation, we just opened up pre-orders, son.
We'll get to that. Here's the thing. We haven't got that from them, so we don't know a lot of these upgrade opportunities. I actually heard a rumor today that there will be a 2 GB version of the PS5. I don't know how true it is, and it has a staggering price, like over $1,000. So it's kind of hard to believe. But I'm sure there will be a standard edition that has a higher, has bigger storage space. But keep in mind, you are able to expand your PlayStation 5 hard drive. Once the hard drives come out next year, that are at least on par with the speed of the PS5's hard drive, you'll be able. There's actually an expansion slot in the PS5 that you can just toss that thing in there and forget about it. So it's there. I guess we have custom. We don't have a custom solution. We have a solution where you can, get whatever hard drive that's approved by PlayStation, where you guys have these little memory cards. Remember those?
Oh, nice. Remember? Yeah, I just plug in an external.
Yeah.
And call it a day. So I'm sorry. We got to format it. So you guys call it about 5 minutes.
You're going to plug in a slow external?
the 3.0 and be all good to go.
Keep in mind, you need to have an external that's as fast as whatever the Xbox is pushing out in terms of speed on the SSD. So you can't just get a normal hard drive to.
No, they got some nice ones for the PC.
Oh yeah.
These
Are we talking about where these
those
externals are
PCs
originally
can handle a
for?
lot of power. I'm sure they
Yeah,
can handle
they
it on the Xbox.
I'm sure it'll be just fine.
Most people don't got thousands of dollars to spend,
Who's
building.
dropping thousands on fucking memory? Jesus, PlayStation's been doing you dirty since the beginning. Remember those fucking slot cards you had to do? Because it's like, damn, why would you want to remember this shit? Here, spend money so you can try to remember this. It's like, damn, yo.
Or the
Is it a game?
PSP memory
Before.
sticks.
Trying to get memory out of my controller.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's terrible.
I apologize to everyone at home. We got some sick Xbox guys who don't know anybody.
This is why you don't do drugs, kids. Literally, just don't. Stay away from that.
Playing PlayStation.
You buy an Xbox when you do drugs.
I want to shout out Slat Danny in the comments. He said COD has already sided with PlayStation with most pro players / competitive play on PS4.
Okay.
Silence. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Not a pro player.
I don't know if that's confirmed or not. That's just locker room talk at the moment.
Where are the receipts?
We calling the hearsay at this point? No.
Slap Danny, I'm gonna need to see your sources, please.
Oh, okay. Provide the sources in the comment.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so let's transition. So let's talk Ratchet and Clank. I mean, everyone on Twitter is raving right now about Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank is trending right now. The last time I heard a Microsoft game trend was because it was being postponed and pushed back and had issues, but that's for a topic later down the show. Anyways, yeah, let's talk Ratchet and Clank. We got gameplay on the screen. It looks ish. I don't know if I should give my reactions or I should go on Twitter and look at the angry Xbox guys who are like, WTF Microsoft. Why don't we have anything that looks like this?
Or the reverent Xbox guys would be like, you know what? Hats off to PlayStation with this one. I wish I was you right now, basically.
So yeah, let's talk Ratchet and Clank. You know what? I'm gonna start off with Dollar Sign since he's
Nick Merck
adamant about this series.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I mean the extended gameplay looks amazing. Like you can finally see the ray tracing on Clank. I think in that first trailer it was kind of hard to see kind of the ray tracing on him. You could see on the floor, but this time you can kind of see it on him. You get a nice close up of Ratchet where you can like see his character model really closely, and it looks like it's from a movie, like straight out of like a Pixar movie. And like with the smooth transitions, like you can tell like that's just like the quality of the character models. And I don't know, the game looks amazing. It looks like it's like your common Ratchet and Clank game. Tons of weapons. You just constantly shoot around, strafe around your enemies, dodging like projectiles. Lots of particle effects, funny banter. It's just it looks like a very nostalgic Ratchet and Clank experience, and I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. What about you, Cool Hand? Is this something you're excited about?
Man, excited is not even the word, man. I'm giddy at this point.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. This has got me hyped up to the utmost. The fact that it's trending the way it is, the fact that this is going to be part of the launch lineup. Sign me up. I'm gonna be locked in my house for the next couple weeks playing this shit. Honestly.
But I'll let's go to our Xbox guys here because I got some tweets to share after you guys have your take.
But before we move on, Slat Danny pulled out the receipts, man. Nick Merckx, the entire FaZe Clans team, and Ghost Aiden. Receipts right there. Middle finger, middle finger, middle finger.
Yikes. Looks like he put out the receipts on you guys. But go ahead. Let's stay on track with Ratchet. What do you guys think from what you're taking a look at? This is new gameplay that was released today during the Gamescom presentation with Jeff Keighley. Yeah, what do you guys? I know. Last time you guys said that looks good. If you had a PlayStation, it might be something you pick up. Anyone?
I definitely have to say I agree with Dollar Sign's, analogy of it looks like a Pixar movie. I really do think like the graphics behind this is phenomenal. Like it looks just clean, very, very clean. The one thing I will say is, I mean, just watching the gameplay, I mean, how long can I just strafe and shoot at the same enemies though before I get bored? That's
Well,
honestly what I'm wondering.
Have you played a Ratchet and Clank game?
I have not.
Oh,
Okay, well,
maybe you.
Again, I'm just looking at it. I'm just taking my first, opinions and based off how the gameplay and the trailer looks, and I see him kind of doing the same movements for every single fight that he's in. So that's what's kind of troubling to me. It just doesn't seem like I'm going to be doing too much.
What you're seeing is pretty early gameplay. They're not going to show all the super upgraded weapons and all the abilities. I mean, you're just seeing kind of the basis of what the gameplay is like and combat. What about you, Trip?
I mean, yeah, the game looks incredible. Graphics, everything, like you said, super smooth. I mean, I've never got the chance to play Ratchet and Clank. That was one of those. That might be one of those few, very, very, very few PlayStation games that's like, damn, I would kind of wish I could play it. But then I remember it's a PlayStation game and it'll look amazing for like a week or two, and then, well, time for a new game because it's over.
You mean time for a new game because we're getting new games?
Well, you have to. Your games have no substance. You need to keep dropping them so keep your players interested.
Hey,
yeah, I mean,
I'm happy with more games than no games.
Hey, I'm happy with substance. Good games worth continuously playing.
Well, the good thing about Ratchet and Clank in these games is there's continuations of stories. So you know what I mean? Like we actually get a lot of substance when it comes to games like this. And the fact that, graphics, smooth gameplay, really great animation sequences when it comes to combat plays a factor in it, man. This shows great evolution on PlayStation's part. Party on, Wayne.
Yeah, and also every Ratchet and Clank game does have New Game Plus, and there's like even like New Game Plus weapons that you can unlock.
Yep.
And a lot of levels, like the way they try to keep it fresh is like they kind of combine like platforming with the weapons. So let's say you unlock some gun that like freezes stuff, and then you'll like do a level where you have to like use that weapon for platforming and stuff. Or you just get like also like gadgets from Clank for platforming. So they try to mix it up throughout the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I can tell, but look at even though I'm seeing him use different weapons right here, he's still kind of doing the same actions. And that's what I was more or less getting at, is it looks like regardless of what weapon I'm using, I'm going left to right, to left to right, to flip to left to right.
Okay, so that's his movement. I mean, there's only so much you can do in movement.
No, I know. I get it, but
we got a bunch of guns that you haven't seen. The classic guns that I know are going to come back. And all the worlds, the whole time warp feature where you can just go into another world, and the PS5 SSD is fast enough to instantly load those new worlds. Real quick,
there's no like load screen, right? Basically.
Yeah, PlayStation's not supposed to have any load screens. I just want to go over some.
If you look at this gameplay trailer, it starts off at the start screen. Like when you like first launch it, it just says press start, and the second you press start, the story starts.
Yep.
So basically, it's one of those games.
Screen.
It's gonna just kind of keep you drawn in throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, and throughout this entire trailer, it literally starts from the start screen to like this point, and from getting from here to there was 0 load screens.
Wow.
I just want to read out some tweets that we got from 4 very, very, very senior hardcore Xbox guys on Twitter. We got Paris, who's I forget what podcast he's on, but he big Xbox guy. If you follow Xbox, you know who this guy is. His tweet says, "I'll just say it. As much as I think Game Pass is the future of how we want to consume games, Xbox is lacking a Ratchet and Clank wow moment. Halo Infinite delayed and Flight Sim not at launch. I'm struggling to find a title in the near future that demands I purchase a Series X." Next up, we got Kid Smooth, the infamous Kid Smooth, aka Kid Smooth versus Woolly Gamer. "Is there any developer on planet Earth right now that has a game running on Xbox Series X? If so, do you mind showing it? We haven't seen one game shown on Xbox Series X. Halo Infinite was running on a PC and very poorly at that." Next tweet, we got Jez Corden. This is the guy, the I believe editor in chief at Windows Central, and this is a shock to me. He said it's bad for Xbox when Ratchet and Clank looks like a more impressive shooter than Halo. Awesome particle effects. Hey, someone's echoing. Okay, it's bad. So I'll read it again. It's bad for Xbox when Ratchet and Clank looks like a more impressive shooter than Halo. Awesome particle effects, tons of environmental destruction, crazy weapons, world swapping, next gen stuff has the wow factor. Microsoft still doesn't have a showcase for what the Xbox Series X can do. Wow. Last week we got Colt Eastwood, big bot over there. 70 to 75 days until the Xbox Series X is released. Over 20 first party and third party exclusives have been revealed. Not a single game or second has been shown running on an Xbox Series X kit or console. So, wow. I mean, you guys being, big Xbox gamers, there's definitely some dissent in the Xbox community right now. People are pissed off. We haven't seen any games running on the Xbox Series X. And it, Ratchet and Clank has kind of been the eye opener for them, kind of like, what the hell? These systems about to release. The Call of Duty trailer we just saw, running on PS5. The gameplay you're watching now, running on PS5. We have things that we can physically see, to have an expectation of what the PS5 is going to do. And it's not that way on the Xbox, which is a little weird considering that, this generation, they're trying to make a comeback. So, $, you can switch back to the normal chat screen. Trip, how do you feel about these tweets? How do you feel about the situation that you haven't seen any Xbox games running on a Series X?
It doesn't worry me too much as an Xbox guy. I got faith in Xbox. Sometimes they do take a little long, but they make it happen. So yeah, I'm not worried at all.
We're not talking blind faith, right? Like
God no. I'm not. That's
okay.
That's a PlayStation thing, bro. Come on now. So
yeah.
You guys would be freaking out because you have so many of the same game and you have to drop so many games to stay entertained, but not us. We have our heavy hitters, and when they drop, it's a wrap.
When they drop, what is that, like 3 games a generation?
Yeah, we talking about are we talking Gears 5?
Gears 5. See, I'm not a Gears guy. It's not.
Translate for the folks at home. He's trying to say that PlayStation drops a lot of exclusive bangers.
Well, they have to keep them coming, or they'll lose.
Yeah, and they're usually highly rated at that. Whereas Xbox exclusives are kind of far in between and aren't really rated that well. I mean,
they're insta classics.
Flight Simulator got 93, right? And it'd be great. From what I've seen from Flight Simulator and the reviews, I mean, it looks great for a simulator, for flying planes and landing them. But here's the thing, though, that has only released on PC. So yet again, Phil Spencer has led you all astray. We don't even know when Flight Simulator, the highest rated game in years for you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, since Ori 2 years ago. We have no idea when it's coming to Xbox Series X. So you guys are losing a exclusive to PC and have to wait for it to come out. Yeah, let's.
I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the day where you guys are just saying, you know what, your argument is correct. There's so much things that Xbox needs to fix. As much as I love Xbox, PlayStation has the advantage, and it's okay to say that.
They only have advantage. It's single player games. You got to remember that means nothing.
Because all the multiplayer games that you guys got on Xbox, we got it on PlayStation.
And the gameplay and the experience is way better on the box.
Give me a multiplayer game besides Halo and Gears. That just Halo and Gears.
Flight Simulator. 2020.
Wow.
Titanfall. Forza.
Son of a bitch.
He's just shooting
highly rated.
What's the meta on that? What's the meta on that?
Stealth planes.
Oh,
So, are we more excited for Flight Simulator or Farming Simulator?
I would go with flight every day.
I don't know. I kind of like farming. I live close to the
you know what I'm
country.
saying? It teaches you how to be agricultural. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? When rubber hits the road, when humanity crashes and ceases to exist, it teaches me how to grow crop.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the man on Snakes on a
Wrong.
Plane was only able to fly that plane because he played a flight simulator. So if we're going based off of, he didn't know how to land, but
That was
he could at least handle the beast in the sky for a little bit.
I don't want to get too dark, but some people who have done some bad things have also used Flight Simulator. Not to get into details, because we're not a dark show. Actually, we are, but we're not getting that dark, not yet.
You're the wrong person. I'm the wrong.
Danny said Titanfall, but
Titanfall 1 was an exclusive for 360.
and that was revolutionary.
Oh,
See, that's what I'm talking about, though.
And like that
The mechanics of that game coming out on next gen were revolutionary when it came out on the Xbox. You had people running on walls, shooting off, doing that for the first time, and of course, Call of Duty copied it later on. And that's kind of why I don't
they
respect
got a
them.
copy off of fucking Halo Xbox exclusive.
And they did that for the Advanced Warfare. But then you also had this other side of it where you're battling in these giant titans. Like, again, never been done before
That was cool.
to this extent.
But
So
let's be real here. Titanfall did not start wall running. If you want to go there, there's a game called Mirror's Edge from last generation that had wall running before that, parkour, that sort of thing.
What's it, multiplayer?
Yeah, it was
No.
an FPS.
Okay.
it wasn't multiplayer, you said. Okay.
It was first person. It wasn't a shooter.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. First person shooter.
I mean, yeah, I played Prince of Persia and back when I was,
Run on walls with
10,
Assassin's
but,
Creed. Oh,
you know, I
shit.
get it. But just to have this in the multiplayer aspect with guns and, giant droids that you're fighting in,
Listen, I'm gonna
that's
say
adding another little twist to this multiplayer aspect.
as much
One
as much,
second.
Go ahead.
Kenyatta Gross, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Go ahead.
yeah, as much as y'all just can't see the dead deer on the road, you guys, man, what? You serious here? Like, just admit it. Just admit it. Just come out and say it. Just say it at this point.
Your brethren are mad. Just
be like,
join them. It's okay to say that
man.
Xbox is messing up. It's
okay, the dead deer is right there. Acknowledge it. Just say, hey, man, that's Xbox right
See,
there.
the
Look at
thing
it.
is, with all my PlayStation people, they eventually get an Xbox or a PC. It's just facts.
It's
I will
always-
never pick up
oh,
a PlayStation,
No,
and I don't
ever.
have to.
You never,
So I'll see you on that PC life.
They're excited to play
Yeah.
Xbox games on PC, so they're rushing to build PCs now.
you never,
It's like, oh, once they heard the news, they were like, well, shit.
so you
Hey,
telling me you never played 50 Cent Bulletproof?
What?
Never played 50 Cent Bulletproof.
By my
No.
what? Do you not understand that is a big
No, I
no?
only play good games. What the hell are you talking about?
Yo, that game was fire.
All right, hold on. Let's kind of stay on track a little bit.
PlayStation.
It 50 Cent
Xbox.
Bulletproof was ass. Stop.
That joint was fire.
I can't co-sign that.
In that era, he owned it. He owned it.
Co-sign that. Let's talk about PS5 pre-orders. So Sony sent out a mass email, essentially, we'll notify you when it's dropping, type email. But if you, here's where it gets interesting. So if you put your PSN screen name, they're doing you're essentially signing up for a notification to pre-order the game when it comes out. But how they're doing it is a little bit interesting. So versus, someone just randomly buying it or botting it and buying hundreds of systems and, scalping everyone, they're going, they're using a little different criteria in terms of how they're going to select you for, first dibs on the pre-order. So what's being reported is that based on and again, I'm not 100% sure on the parameters, but based on your history with PlayStation. So, you have a higher chance of getting that email first and securing yourself a PS5. So, the great thing about this is basically you're rewarding your fans, your real fans, your hardcore gamers. So if you're a hardcore gamer who plays a lot of PlayStation, there's a way higher chance that you're going to see that email before a casual who might play just 2K and Call of Duty. That's really exciting, and I haven't seen that before. Thoughts? Anyone?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like I deserve to be selected because I have like 4 platinums on my account. I think I'm a level 14 PSN, so like if they don't select me, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty tough. I know it's like a supply and demand thing where they only have so many pre-orders and they're trying to do something fun with it where they're rewarding their, diehard fans. But hopefully it's just somewhat random because I know there's definitely people who have way higher PSN scores than me.
Yeah, give me 10 minutes on the internet and I'll get a PSN account with a way higher rank. And I'll get a PS5 way before. And if that's the case, you're gonna see people really hacking this stuff.
Wait, how are you gonna do that?
Accounts.
We don't have multiplayer games. How are you gonna do that?
I mean, it's just
You're gonna have
pointless.
to play a game by yourself.
He's right. He's right. Why would you even want to?
No, it's pointless. Don't get me wrong, but if I were to do it, trust me.
Sony, if you're listening, you know how hard I defend you and how much I love you. Just slide that into my email now as soon as you can. Thanks.
PlayStation.
Don't worry, Sony. I'll never want one.
Yeah, you're good.
No,
You're good.
Y'all are good. Y'all can watch
Forget
games.
my email.
Fine. You can watch YouTube gameplay via Twitch.
We'll enjoy it. We'll
I'll just
Trust me, I've
keep
seen
playing
it.
on the
I've seen it once. I've seen it 1,000 times on the PlayStation.
It's sad.
Soon you'll wake up from your fever dream. You know what I mean?
It's really sad because these guys don't even know what games are on PlayStation. It's like they're just mentally blocking and like, oh, that game came out. Oh, never heard of it. Why didn't you?
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. Like
you don't want to know that we got another banger.
Xbox never come from PlayStation.
Xbox exclusives at this point is like herpes. You know what I mean? Like they flare up. They come every once in a while. You get to see them, but most of the time they're gone. You don't know they're there.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this flight simulator. I mean, the thing is they just come out of the woodwork and they just slap you in the face. You never know what's gonna hit you.
Are you talking about that PC game that just came out?
Yeah, I mean, Flight Simulator is pretty cool. Like, I like how the game is future-proof. Like, if you have a 2080 Ti and you play Flight Simulator, you're gonna be cranking out like 30 FPS. So like, once you upgrade to like the next generation graphics cards, the game's gonna look even better. So it's cool that the game seems like it's optimized for the future instead of kind of like what Xbox has been saying that they want to do, where they want to optimize it for everything.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Trust me, they're gonna eat crow on that big time. But are you just on another note? Are you guys actually excited to play? Like seriously, are you guys excited to play Flight Sim?
Oh yeah.
I'm not really a simulator type of player, but are you saying that because it's an exclusive, or are you saying that?
No, I could definitely see myself throwing on the Oculus and really just diving into this thing.
Oh my goodness!
Like just like having like a giant like.
What I want to know.
You can still use the Oculus and play with your keyboard. So I mean, because you can have your virtual desktop in front of you, and I can just put it into like a 100-foot screen in front of me, and just really enjoy the views and the resolution in each lens in the Oculus Rift S is very, very strong. I don't know the exact resolution. I'll figure that out for you guys, but honestly, the views in there are incredible.
It brings me to my next question, CC. Are you using your Oculus right now again?
No, not this time.
It was too much last time.
It was intense. After like 2 hours being in the VR, I mean, I was just standing there like with 100-foot screen kind of wrapping around me, and I had the comments like right under me. I was watching all these trailers. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool, but it was.
CC, I think we lost you there for a second.
Yeah. No, it was cool, but it was definitely a lot, and you definitely need to take VR and shifts.
Give everyone context for what he's talking about. Last time we did the live stream, he was there, but not in the physical world. He was in the virtual world. which might be a first. I don't know if anyone's done a live stream while in VR. So shout out to you.
I mean, I'm out here trying to break records just like Xbox.
Well, like
let them know.
Last time I checked, the Switch is beating the Xbox One platform. Came out.
Who's number 2? Nintendo, right?
No one's gonna dominate Animal Crossing. Come on.
I'll tell you this: Animal Crossing dominated y'all.
Hey, it dominated you. Tell me a franchise that you got that sold more than Animal Crossing.
Probably Ratchet and Clank.
Find out.
Maybe all together after 20 years.
He said a franchise. He didn't say game.
Yeah.
And Animal Crossing is also a franchise that's been out since what?
Yeah, not even close.
So okay. Anyways, I could be wrong on that.
You're off by 20 million.
You're off by 20 million.
All right. So let's go to our next topic.
Guys, I can't with you guys.
Hold on. Let's go on to our next topic. So we have reports, right? And I'm sure you Xbox guys are super excited about this. Microsoft appoints Halo veteran to get Infinite, quote, back on track. So I'm going to just read you a little blurb from Kotaku. After a disappointing reveal, it's hard making blockbuster games from home. Halo Infinite has been pushed back to 2021, probably 2022. It's also now getting some outside help. All right, computer. Fuck you. With the report that Microsoft is parachuting Halo veteran Joseph Staten to help with development. Staten, one of the main writers on earlier Halo games at Bungie and currently at work on a different project at Microsoft, has been brought in alongside one more senior leader. Why is my computer zooming in? One more senior leader so as to provide more expertise to the project. It's pretty late in development to be bringing on new senior leadership, but then again, this is a very important game for Microsoft, seeing as it's one of the only first-party ways they're going to be able to distinguish their console from Sony's upcoming PlayStation 5. So what do you guys think with Joseph Staten returning to the Halo franchise?
That's a great thing. Oh my god. He was the OG from the first 3. I mean, they're just making it better. So yeah, we fucked up. Can you put us on the right track? Guess he's the man to do it.
You're talking about the man that brought you dual wielding, all right? Halo 2, that was intense, all right? We were all used to that one wield. You brought in 2 wielding, revolutionary. And these are the revolutionary breakthroughs I'm talking about with the Xbox.
I'm sorry, I don't even think he believes his own words.
What?
Whoa, what?
Sorry.
That was a pretty confident...
I just want to add, Joseph Staten, he also directed all the cutscenes from Halo 1 through 3, as well as writing the novel Halo Contact Harvest. Okay, so you guys think this is a good move for Microsoft? They're bringing back a Bungie veteran to correct the ship. But the article did point out something very interesting, and I want $sign to chime in on this. Being a developer yourself, seeing that they're, bringing in Staten this late in development, what do you think that means? What's going on internally?
I think they're hitting like the closest thing to a reset button that they have, which is kind of scary. Where this game's supposed to come out like 2 months from now, and now they're like, you know what? Let's revisit the story. They also brought in another guy to help with the free-to-play multiplayer. So now they're like, you know what? Let's look at the multiplayer. So it seems like they're throwing a lot more cash at this game, which I think is a good thing, that they're spending a lot more money in Halo. They should be doing that. But I think they realize they need to reprioritize releasing Halo on launch versus releasing an amazing Halo experience. And I think they heard all the criticism loud and clear, and they're going to fix the graphics. Or I know they're going to spend money trying to fix it, but they're also bringing in top talent to fix the game as well. So I think it's a good thing. It's a good move, but it's probably going to take over a year for the game to come out now.
So how much money have they spent so far on this game?
I have no idea, but Microsoft has deep pockets, so they can afford it.
I mean, they've probably spent way more now, but reports earlier were $500 million.
Okay, so for me for me, what this shows, according to Paul Schreier's article, I hope I probably butchered his last name, but what it shows, Schreier, okay, Paul Schreier, sorry. But according to that article, what it shows me is basically though it was a good move, it was a desperate move. It was a sign of desperation, dysfunction. It shows chinks in the armor right now at 343. It also shows a problem with Microsoft and the studios they work with, in my opinion, because they put all their eggs in one basket, and it hurts. And though the change might be good in the long run, it hurts because now you got to wait 2 years for a AAA, for an exclusive that you guys were advertising. And then when you guys advertise it on your big showcase for all your next gen games, this was the first one you started with, and the backlash that came after that just didn't meet your standard. And then everything that kind of snowballed after that, like, okay, cool, this is nice and all, but it's still a problem. And until I guess what I'm looking for is fast results at this point with this change. You bring a guy who was the OG in this shit. He brought dual wielding in, like CC said. Okay, cool. Within the next couple months, within 6 months, I better see something different.
And I definitely think you will. I mean, when we first saw the Halo trailer, there was articles that said, this game isn't finished. Clearly, they probably have a lot more optimizing to do, and those graphics are going to get cleaned up. And I think y'all are going to be pleasantly surprised when you actually see it, the final product.
Yeah, but I was surprised that they jumped the gun the way they did. You know what I mean? And as far as their showcase, you know what I mean? Because if it's
they definitely dropped the ball. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But the Xbox guys who love this franchise are still going to stick around for it. They're not going to go anywhere.
I'm not even
fucking right. No chance going anywhere. This is going to be so much fucking better, bro.
I'm not.
Oh my god! Every single Halo that's dropped has been fire. Every except Wars.
4 and 5 were fire.
Four's multiplayer was fucking phenomenal. I fucking Jesus, was that amazing
as well? What do you mean?
Yeah, five was great. People hated on Warzone. I fucked with Warzone. I fucked with it real hard. Oh my god.
Can we address the fact that Halo 4 and 5 did worse than 1 through 3 in terms of ratings?
I don't see it. These ratings mean nothing. I'm going by what I experienced, and it was fucking amazing. Holy shit. No, like the jump from 4 to 5, from like the gameplay, like manipulation, the things you could do, like even though there was like they were really finite, it allowed you to do so much more. I like that. That's what I really liked. It's like the clambering and the way like the armor abilities was set up. Like it made more sense with the just having a little boost. Like they didn't overdo it with all the other shit. It's like I don't know. It seemed more stable. I loved it. Fucking love it.
Okay, I do want to just address some of these comments here. So Slat Danny, he says, I think most Xbox players made the switch to PS4. Sleep Warrior said, I don't trust someone who plays Xbox Team PlayStation. Slat Danny also says Xbox players can't bench more than 100 pounds. Rick B says Nintendo Switch is where the fuck it's at. Shitbox and Piss Station. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking. He doesn't.
And Slide Danny said Cap. Probably responding to what one of you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Warrior
supply.
I think. I think that Halo. It's this pushback.
Coming for you.
This pushback is gonna definitely affect the launch, and we'll see what that does with console sales. And of course, Phil Spencer always gonna say when he's in the losing position that
it'll affect the launch. I'll give you that, but for the Halo guys,
but you guys have
it's not a sprint; it's a marathon.
Exactly. Oh man, it's gonna be fire, bro.
So you guys don't have anything for the first 2 years, though, pretty much.
Hey, let me
say this quick lineup. What are people going to play that's exclusive for the first 2 years? You guys don't have anything.
I don't play single player games.
It doesn't. We're not talking single player games. We're talking multiplayer.
That's going
no,
to be
we're
optimized to the maximum?
talking exclusives in general, multiplayer or single player.
Guess I'll continue playing Elder Scrolls like I've been playing.
So when I just read all these tweets from these huge Xbox guys who vehemently defend that platform, and they're saying that we haven't seen any gameplay on a Series X, number one. We don't have any big titles. Like,
It's okay. They want to die on this hill. It's fine.
we'll let y'all down this hill.
I mean,
you know what?
That's okay.
I
You
think,
want to die on this hill? Cool. Rick B, you sleep with the nightlight. I'm just
This
going to
is-
say that.
This is something you guys are just totally missing out. Is your single player experience caps you at whatever that experience is for you.
But
But
you can't really say
you
that,
know,
'cause we're all-
just,
there's
just
different
say
types of-
Halo for instance. I'm just using one title, which is our one of our exclusives. But you go into online, you got 2v2 competitive, you got elimination, you got free for all, you got Mythic Arena, you got Slayer, you got SWAT, you got Team Arena, you got Big Team Battle, you got Breakout, you got doubles, you got
Breakout is
Come on.
fire too. That was a nice addition.
like that's what I'm talking about. You have
like
all of
serious
these
competitive
fun-
shit too. That's just wild.
fun experiences on there that you will just never really truly get on the PlayStation.
So what I'm gathering from what you're saying is that
Diapers.
Xbox guys and this may be a known thing already, that Xbox guys prioritize multiplayer games, multiplayer
Yeah,
experience.
all day.
All day,
But here's
every
the
day.
thing, then why do you have a bunch of Xbox guys saying, "Hey, we want some solid AAA single player games too"?
Because
So
it sounds like they're not really Xbox guys.
so I think
Sounds
the
like
reason
there's
why
a
that's
PlayStation
going
that
on.
came over to the Xbox side.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so I think the reason why they're like raising the alarm, right, is because this feels a lot like the launch of 360 and the PS3, where the 360 got this like massive head start on the PS3, right, and they were able to dominate for years. But now this is starting to shape up where the PS5 is going to get a massive head start on the Series X, and they've already seen how that turns out. Like it took almost an entire generation for the PS3 to catch up. And the way they're shaping up, it looks like they're gonna get destroyed. Like they're not gonna be able to catch up. So that, I think they're really concerned, and I think it's pretty valid.
Yeah, and I feel like as Xbox guys, shouldn't you guys hold Microsoft accountable? Shouldn't you guys be like, "Yo, we want better from y'all," instead of, I like to refer to that meme with a dog sitting in a burning house saying, "This is fine," when it's not. You guys gotta hold these motherfuckers accountable. Like
Again,
again, not every Xbox player only plays single player game. I mean, only plays multiplayer games,
Multiplayer, yeah.
because we all different gamers, right?
no,
I
but you're
play-
talking about the birthplace of online live. Come on,
It doesn't matter though. It does not matter.
the birthplace of Xbox
Don't tell me
Live.
what you guys. Don't tell me what you guys did. Tell me what
I
you
can
guys.
say I'll give you the release date, having games ready. Fine.
Alright,
They fucked up there, but that means so little. Like, because we know what's coming. You guys are just now mentality. That's why
But
you guys get so salty when shit doesn't happen right away for you. But like when true loyalty is most Xbox fans now, it's,
you can't be
you
blind.
wait it out and it's all good.
But
And it's worked out every single time.
did it work out for the Xbox One generation?
How did it not work out for Xbox One? What happened?
You guys got a bunch of kiddie games that you reviewed very poorly. All of your series are performing pretty much worse. Oh no, I'm not pretty much. They are performing worse than their original counterparts.
Forza?
Well, let's go back to launch titles, say for PS4 and Xbox. You had Killzone. That shit was trash.
You guys had Battletoads.
Compared to
That's
Titanfall,
recently.
trash.
Yeah, 100%.
I would say that was your best game, Killzone, when it
No,
first came out.
Let me give y'all this. Y'all started off the generation good. Great, matter of fact, I'll say. But you guys never followed up, and you guys lost steam throughout the whole generation. And you guys are where you're at now, which is extremely low monthly sales of the consoles. Switch overtaking your 7 years of progress in 2 years. I don't know. I just think that like right now, if Sony was in the place that Microsoft was right now, I'd be pissed at Sony. I'd be screaming from the rooftops this is not okay.
PlayStation.
Y'all gonna make me jump ship because I'm loyal to PlayStation as long as they have their interest in me as a gamer. Because keep in mind, we're all different types of gamers.
True.
You guys are, Trip and CC. You guys play mostly competitive, and that's perfectly fine because there's a huge swath of gamers who play mostly competitive. I play primarily single player games and occasionally jump into multiplayer. Cool Hand Cruz, he plays more, casual titles. He is exploring out a little more. And then we got
Dollar sign.
Dollar Sign. Sorry, I always forget Dollar Sign's name because I'm used to calling him by his real name. And Dollar Sign is he's definitely a mixed player. He has access to everything. He's what we would call an elite gamer because he has Switch, PlayStation, not Xbox, but PC, which is pretty much Xbox, a better Xbox, we could say.
Speaking of that, actually, Nova, tell me about the conversation you had with your PC coworkers.
So I recently just started a job. It's for an IT company, and all the guys in the office. I mean, like these guys play Warzone like on lunch with each other. Like they're huge gamers, right? We were having a conversation. I was getting to know everyone, and letting them know about what I play and stuff like that. And I asked them, I was like, okay, so all you guys got these nice graphics cards and all this. When it comes to consoles, though, let's talk PlayStation, Xbox. And all of them had pretty much the same response that, oh, yeah, PlayStation has some cool games. I'd love to check them out. But, either they already have a PlayStation or, yeah, like it's cool, but yeah, I don't have the console. And then when it came to Xbox, okay, well, do you guys have an Xbox One X? And they all said the same thing. Why would I need to buy an Xbox when I have PC? I can play every Xbox game better on PC. And this is what blows me about Xbox in general. It's like you guys give PC everything but game nothing. PC guys don't even have to pay for gold. They don't. They literally do not have to pay for gold. And I just feel like you guys are shafted. Like, in my opinion, if I was Phil Spencer, I'd say no. PC guys, you guys have to wait. You guys have to wait 3 to 6 months if you want to play our exclusives. And what that would do is that would drive sales to the console, right? And strengthen the Xbox brand because, they can't just get it, right? So those same PC guys at my job who are just like, nah, I don't need an Xbox, will be like, you know what? Damn, I don't want to wait six months to play Halo Infinite. I'm buying an Xbox now, right? Strengthening the community. But if they want to give everything to PC, I mean, that's fine, I guess. But it doesn't really build for a sense of community. And with the current sales figure where there are, I think that paints a story that shows that,
I have to disagree. I mean, I definitely have to say, I feel like it's not painting a sense of community. It's gaining more sense of community because you're allowing a bigger target audience to, again, reach your product, whether they're playing on the console because they're more of a casual gamer, or if they hop onto the PC because they're going to be way more serious on PC. So at the end of the day,
way more serious.
Define way more serious, a lot more competitive, multiplayer type of aspects. You're not going to. When you go to any streamer on Twitch right now and watch them play a first-person shooter like CS:GO or something on the PC, you would never be able to keep up on a controller.
Dollar sign, please chime in.
Yeah, I agree. Like, people are spending $2,000 on PCs and aren't competitive gamers, and it does open it up to everyone because like these games are coming out on PC. You still have to use your Microsoft account. You still have to use I had to create an Xbox account to play Minecraft. So I am like playing Minecraft on PC makes me a part of the Xbox community. So I think they are trying to open it up.
But are you paying for Xbox Live?
No, I don't have to, which is pretty cool. But I did have to pay for a Windows license.
But that's the thing. It's like you're paying for Xbox Live because you're paying for a service.
So why do Xbox gamers have to pay for Live to play online, and PC people don't?
Buy the $2,000 system.
Because they want to choke them $5 out of you. That's why.
because we didn't buy a $2,000.
Are you guys still playing for PSN? But you can't play any of your games on the computer. So I mean, at that point, I'll take that $5 choke. I can't. Am I gonna find Ghost of Tsushima right here?
Yes, I am.
But you can finally find her for Horizon Zero Dawn. You're welcome.
What's that?
Dead. Man, I don't know. It's look. All I'm saying is, I hear you guys talk about what you guys did, but what are you guys doing now? You know, to a point where you guys, okay, congratulations, you guys. I'll say Xbox kind of helped launch the whole like online gaming thing, and they did, hands down. PlayStation Network, Xbox Live helped create that. Cool. Microtransactions, cool. We get it. Great. DLCs, cool. We get it. Cool. You guys were first in that, foot in the door. Great. But we took that and we do it better now.
I wouldn't say better. You just took it.
What? Come on, we do it better. So many people switch now. So many people switch. I switched. When I started, I had an Xbox first. I had an Xbox One first. Then I was like, you know what? I can't play anything. So I got a PlayStation. And my life is so much better.
Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground. I mean,
you sound frustrated, my friend.
No, I mean, I see what you're saying, but again, it's just I'm coming from a perspective of when I put a game into that disc or the tray or whatever you want to call it, or I download it. I don't even look at the fucking campaign. I go straight to multiplayer because at the end of the day, I can show you my rank in multiplayer. Some kid tells me online, "Oh, I finished the game," and blah blah blah. I don't care. Show me what you can do online versus someone real person, not some AI.
Yeah, let's just go back to the type of game.
I mean, it just comes down to like the actual gameplay. It's like I can predict what a monster is going to do in Monster Hunter World because obviously they do those same little things. And it's like, okay, that's only so fun. But if you give someone real controls over that, you don't know what they're going to do. So then you're always on your toes. So you have to have faster reflexes, be sharper, just more competitive to really play online. So
listen, though, I keep hearing you say competitive, but that's only looking at it from one side of the prism.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's my perspective, though. I got the strictly online perspective.
Yeah.
But it's fine. But it's like you can be competitive on PlayStation, you can be competitive on Xbox, and you can be competitive on PC. Literally, you can do it all and on all three systems.
But your great games aren't competitive. Your
but
great
you
games
said it.
are
They're
solo
great.
players.
But they're great. They're highly rated. They're
but what can you do with that? It's like, oh, I beat the game. Like I can't even show you shit because I can't do nothing with this game. Let me just throw it away now.
No,
what are you gonna do? Play the game over and over and over?
Yeah, New Game Plus.
Oh.
If you want to. I don't even play New Game Plus, but you have the option. I think what it boils down to is that okay, great, you guys have a bunch of multiplayer games, but you don't have the option to play great single player games.
That's okay.
Is
that okay? Is that okay?
That's the thing. Why like to play by yourself?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, video games are the best, but they're even better with your friends. Like,
exactly.
They're the absolute. They're always so much 1,000 times
how many
better with your friends.
Nights I did not go to sleep.
I can look at my friends list right now.
Hold on.
My main group is on. Look at that. 5 people I can squad up right now.
Hold on. Shout out Sleep Warrior. He found.
We got people playing Halo. Jesus.
The PS4 everyday Xbox players get further and further from Jesus.
That's what happens when you get closer to the truth. I mean, that's how it goes.
All right, guys. Let's hop off the fanboy bandwagon for a second here.
That wasn't.
That was a hot minute.
That was a good chunk.
Okay, so where we're at now.
It happens when people are pressed.
When it comes to what cards they haven't shown yet, right? There's reports on the Sony and PlayStation side that there's still more to be revealed from now and launch. We know that Sony possibly is working on a Silent Hill single player. And even possibly bringing back SOCOM. So we don't know what's really true, but what do you think Microsoft has anything like an ace in the hole that we don't know about yet?
Can you say that one more time? It cut out for me.
Oh, I was saying that we all know that both platforms have the possibility of still releasing like a game that hasn't been announced yet, whether it be an exclusive or not. We don't know. My question to you was, do you think Xbox has like one in the chamber, like a ace that we're not seeing right now?
Yeah, I personally, I really think that Ace is going to fall in line with some type of virtual reality, because at the end of the day, that's where they're kind of falling out in the most. Because they have
what headset?
That's up to them. They could use the Oculus. They could optimize it.
They could definitely optimize it for Oculus. I mean,
you think from now until launch,
company.
they're gonna announce Oculus support?
Maybe not now, but I mean, right after launch, maybe it could be something that's in the works. But if I were to say that if he's holding a card that he doesn't want to show,
that'd be that jump
you
guys are talking about.
Well, look, if I'm Phil Spencer, if I'm Phil Spencer dealing with all the potholes that just popped up on the road, I would have to reveal my hand. You got to show something now, dude. Like, these months are going by fast.
There's time.
They're going by.
There's really not. There's about 73 days until the supposed launch of these.
Yeah, what? September is literally next week. Like, what? Come on.
Yeah, November's around the corner.
Yeah.
Last second, they're going to just smack you with it.
I see different reports that Microsoft is working with Valve and HP to develop a next-gen VR headset. So that's where I'm getting those speculations from. I've seen them rumored.
I hope they do.
Again, no, yeah, of course. That's the only reason why I got the Oculus, is because I felt that was the only thing I was truly missing in my, gaming career, in a sense, is to be able to reach that next plateau of gaming.
But you don't think, you don't agree. So you don't agree that Phil Spencer needs to throw out a trump card now, to just kind of keep everyone's attention, because right now the attention is so negative. Like
on Halo. I think they, going off what Cool Hand's saying, they need something to kind of distract us from Halo. And
yeah,
from what I'm seeing, I don't know if there's anything to kind of like,
The only thing I would guess is maybe announcing the Series S, the cheap next-gen console.
Yeah, but the specs are lower, so is that even going to be enticing enough to kind of, to?
I don't think they'll
the
push
conversation away from it.
Yeah, and we all know that's coming out anyways, even though they haven't announced it. Weirdly enough,
yeah,
so we know that.
I guess it depends on the price.
Yeah, that price will play a big factor on
both.
Let's go. Yeah. Okay. What about on the Sony side? Does anyone like any guesses or speculation or even like hopes of something they might bring back, or maybe a new IP?
I would hope that DualSense controller didn't need an attachment to get little paddle shifters on the back, but that's never going to happen. So
Can we answer the question?
That's a competitive thing. There's nothing they need to be worried about.
Oh, wow. Hey, Andy, do you mind going to CVS and buying AA batteries for CC and
I got the rechargeable one, but I can still take those batteries for when it dies.
No, true.
I don't know.
Unlike you.
I don't know who Andy is, but
sorry, my bad. Nova, my bad. Apologize.
So my guess is I think PlayStation is still holding on to the sequel of God of War. There's been no news about it. That game's been out for a while now, so I'm sure they're well into development for the sequel. So I'm just waiting to see when they drop that trailer.
Thank you, $, for answering the question.
That'd be cool. For me, I'll say I would like to see a remastered collection of Jak and Daxter, but with a follow-up to a new one. Kind of like how they did with Crash Bandicoot. They did a whole remaster, and then they, they're following up with a new Crash 4. So I would like to see either a new Sly Cooper, for $. That would be cool too.
I would love
that. I think my hope is that I mean, another God of War. I feel like that's almost expected at this point. I
think it'll be later though.
If I was hoping for a franchise to come back, it would be Jak 4, or it would be SOCOM. SOCOM 2 was one of my all-time favorites on PS2. The first online game where you actually could talk to people in the match. Even though you had to have a phone line connected in, it was really cool. There was a edition that came with a headset, and you could actually make commands to the NPCs. You could say Bravo Team Flash, and they throw a flashbang and you all go in guns blazing. And that at the time, that was pretty revolutionary for gamers. Anyone who talks about that generation, they're always going to bring up SOCOM too. So if they brought that back, I think that would be what these guys are talking about as far as like, you guys don't have any multiplayer games. This would be that multiplayer game or co-op experience from what I think they would do with it. So yeah. As far as one in the chambers for on the Xbox side, do you guys any guesses? Perfect Dark, maybe?
I definitely think Perfect Dark would be in there.
Okay.
Because there's been so much rumors going on. I've been seeing with the Perfect Dark, and I mean, honestly, it would be crazy. Like, I just want to use that gun that would look through walls.
Real gun.
The cheapest gun in the world.
Yeah, right.
Let me look.
You have to play. You're not allowed
what that would look like on next gen.
Smack the shit out of you. I remember that shit. Like, fuck that. You had to, because it's see through fucking everything, and you're all on the same fucking screen. It's like, I'm not watching. Yeah, no worries. Fuck out of here.
So aggressive. Slow down, little red Corvette. Slow down.
Okay, we get it. We know
multiplayer since N64, bro.
Oh wow.
Oh goodness.
MP. Okay, so we're another week we don't know what the prices are. We heard some pretty crazy expectations on what the prices could be. Anyone want to adjust their expectations for what the prices?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd see it being very unlikely. I could see them just going with the, hey, when they come out, buy our, approved by PlayStation hard drives and just throw it into the expansion.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that again because I was muted. So I think the 2 terabyte PS5, which the rumor is going to be over $1,000, is going to actually be really expensive. It's just because like a 2 terabyte NVMe card is already close to $400. So I can see it getting close to pushing $1,000. So I know it's a rumor, but it could totally happen.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like we're easily paying $1,000+ for smartphones these days.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just that consumer. We're just used to paying a lot now. I mean, there's so much technology that goes into these devices that we're using that they are going to start putting more and more into it. And when they do, like that storage or memory or connectivity, it's going to raise the price. And obviously, with next gen, you're going to get more things out of it. So, I mean, we're obviously going to be upgrading from the 500 megabytes and 1 terabyte hard drives to now having 2 terabyte hard drives. So that being said, like C $ sign said, it's going to jack the price way up.
So do you think like, I guess, do you think they're going to adjust their prices, just due to the pandemic in general? Because,
people are going to buy them. Supply and demand,
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to drop $1,000 for a console on launch,
Fuck
but the diehards will.
PC.
Yeah, I'm just
fuck that.
But the diehards will,
The diehards will. They're gonna do that shit, that bullshit for like 3 months, and then drop it a little more.
Logically,
3 months later, drop it some more.
So hard for me to really wrap my head around that. Like, that price for a new console in the pandemic. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Like, I feel like
you have people struggling right now.
Yeah. So I feel like in the sense of like if COVID wasn't involved, okay, yeah, I could see that being like, okay, $1,000, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna count my pennies and get this right. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can finance an Xbox with Microsoft.
No, that's pretty cool.
They have a plan actually for that. It's pretty cool.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just feel.
Well, how do you feel? Please tell us.
There needs to be some sort of like pivot or adjustment on that kind of thing. If the rumors are true, they need to kind of have some sort of workaround, because I don't see them selling that version, at a high rate with this pandemic. Maybe they'll drop like limited numbers of that specific PlayStation. I can see that being a thing, but I don't
even think it's a real. I think the rumor's false. To be honest,
again,
doesn't make sense.
With us paying about $1,000 for an iPhone, I just bought my Oculus, which was $423 with tax. We're just in that day of age of it's going to be expensive because of what you're getting out of it, and people are still going to buy it. Like the Oculus Rift S. It's been sold out for months. Just came back. I'm sure it's going to be sold out soon again.
Yes, I mean,
and that was sold out all of the pandemic.
Yeah, same thing with the Switch.
Yeah.
Ooh, good segue. So let's talk about rumors about how this new updated Nintendo Switch is apparently set to launch in 2021. I mean, we know it's not going to be a next gen. It's not going to be a new console, but I think no one would be mad at a new Switch with possibly a new design, hopefully addressing that Drift-Con. Well, drift, did I say? Joy-Con drift.
Joy-Con drift, yeah. With all the things that we don't know, there's one thing I do know is that it's going to outsell the Xbox.
Good take.
Mm-hmm.
I respect your opinion. No, but honestly, I think the Switch is just that avenue that everybody needs. Again, like I can think back to when I was a child, using my Game Boy Advance and Game Boy just to play Pokemon. That's the real experience, and I feel like that's where a lot of kids start, and it kind of just nurtures that nostalgia feeling later on. So
for me, Nintendo is Switzerland. You know what I mean? It's like neutral ground. Everyone can universally say they love Nintendo. Like you can't tell me 5 people right now that say they hate Nintendo as a whole. Not.
I think all gamers, no matter what side you're on, everyone has love for Nintendo.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like it's gonna do numbers. Maybe higher specs, maybe resolution rate on the screen might be a lot better. I'm here for it.
I would be really happy if Nintendo's kind of stuck to the handheld thing. Just because I feel like we're missing that. That's the one thing that's truly missing in the gaming community is a nice, powerful handheld. Like, to be honest, the PSP, revolutionary, man. That was, woo! To be able to play, like, Grand Theft Auto and stuff on the PSP and, like, Midnight Club Dub Edition, that was lit. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, what are you talking about? You can play Xbox on your phone now through xCloud.
That's true. But it's not the same as having, like, a controller with it,
the Nintendo Switch is a designated handheld.
I'll probably take Dr. Disrespect's side on this, where it's like if I'm using my screen as a controller, my thumbs just take up too much of my visible screen and playing area that I need to personally, I like to personally see.
$, who makes the phone peripheral for Xbox? It was just announced like within the last 2 weeks. It's something that you put your phone in it and it adds a controller functionality.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you talking about the?
I believe I want to say it's made by Razer, but it's probably not. I'm gonna look.
I mean, there's a lot of peripherals online. Like, there's a lot of sellers that create that.
Oh yes, I got it right here. So it's called the xCloud Ready Kishi controller. It adds Xbox buttons, and just attaches to your phone. And yeah, you can stream Halo on your little 1080p screen. But like CC said,
oh, is that the controller that kind of makes your phone look like a Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, but as CC said, and I agree with him on this. Nintendo does bring something new to the gaming market with that.
Rigo.
Oh, sorry.
Who's Rigo?
I was moving.
Cool hands.
Oh, that's right.
I don't
Am
know.
I good now?
There you go. So
Got it.
okay. Yeah, so we're all excited about this new possible Switch. I'm excited more about the games, man. It's always about the games. Screw the
Yeah.
console.
See me, someone in the comments. Let me know if you think you can beat me in Super Smash on the Switch.
Oh, dude.
I want to see.
I will take that action right now.
I play for money, so
You know, hey, scared money don't get none. Let's go.
let's go.
Sleep Warrior, I guess this is in response to me saying that Xbox has like a payment plan. Sleep Warrior said they have a welfare plan for Xbox.
Xbox cares about all the gamers.
Yo. Sleep
All
Warrior.
the classes with money.
Every gamer's gonna need the welfare plan after this COVID.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, boy, I'm gonna look. If we don't start doing super chats soon, I'm gonna have to take out. You're gonna see me on the side of the road. You know, we'll work for PlayStation.
Flat Danny, let's go.
He's going at your neck. I'm telling you.
Play for money on the reg.
I ain't mad at it either.
Put a hundred on it. Yo, my man he's bold with it too.
Shout out to
I'll win.
everyone tuning in right now live. And
Watch him be 10. Watch him be 10 years old and come at your neck like that.
Mario Kart. You don't want to see with my Shy Guy little bike combo. All right, watch out.
Goodness.
Yeah, I use Baby Peach in Mario Kart, and I will smoke everyone here.
Yo, this is. We just gonna have to make it happen at this point. I feel
Can
like
we just play Mario Party on this podcast?
I mean, look, I don't want any empty challenges. If we're gonna do this, let's do it.
Oh man, I'd love to set up a segment where someone could just 1v1 some Smash or something.
Yeah, I mean, if we do it on Wii, I
Stream
will
it.
laugh you guys.
Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen.
Oh, we will.
And quick shout out. We'll be doing a giveaway next show. So anyone listening in, you should be excited for that. I'm still kind of working out the kinks of what we're going to be doing exactly, but I'll probably announce it on Twitter or throw something on the channel. So yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah. I wish somebody gave something away from me, but nah, you know, y'all get something, I guess.
All right, so let's
The Smash, yeah. Slat Danny gets it. People hold Smash true to themselves.
Yo, I feel like that's like the universal like oh, you're down? Like
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Smash is like that's it. Like that's a good
that's what I'm saying. Like that's
it's only skill at that point.
Nintendo is Switzerland. It's neutral ground. It's where Xbox and PlayStation can come together.
I can't lie, because of all the buttons on the Switch that they're actually switched around from the Xbox. It has me pressing A when I should be pressing B on the Xbox, and X when I should be pressing Y.
So for me, what I do is I had to just invest in like that adapter for the GameCube controller.
Yep.
I have that.
That's what my cousin did. And Jesus fuck, does that make it?
No, the GameCube controller does not get enough credit though.
No, it's definitely the best controller ever.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The GameCube controller was great. That was amazing.
just want to have some breaking news.
Oh,
The GameCube controller was made for alien hands. I don't know what you guys talking about.
That
What?
It's almost as trash as the Xbox Duke. But
Okay,
I just want to say, what do you mean that doesn't make sense? I mean, I didn't know gorillas play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you even hold that controller?
Don't tell me you sucked at Super Smash Brothers Melee, didn't you?
Oh, you had to have been bad, bro.
You had to have been bad to hate the controller that much.
That's where the hate comes from.
I play adult games. Like,
Yo, you're that bad.
Take note of his money right here. It's up for grabs on the Smash 1v1.
I'll still smash y'all and smash. But,
You'll get smashed. That's the difference.
And
Just want to say that at the end of the Gamecom stream, everyone was expecting Microsoft to show up.
Said
But
Danny,
all
if I
they-
lose,
all they dropped was a $1 Game Pass trailer. So everyone go get that $1 Game Pass. Everyone go play all these 70 rated games that
I mean, I might do that. Do you know how long is for $1?
I don't know yet. Look it up.
first month for $1. It says I was just scrolling through the shit right now. It says it right
Wow, CC, that's bold, bro. That's bold. I'm gonna say that right now. It's here. It's recorded. It's in writing.
there for your first month for $1.
It's
Then
still
it says
there.
you
He will
gain-
buy. CC said he will buy a PS5 if he loses to Slat Danny.
Oh, we can set that
train.
up. We can
better
set that,
train.
Yo,
we can set that up actually. So
he'll buy one and pay him. Wow, double whammy right there. Yo, you're a chump if you don't take that change.
Hey, I left it out for someone to pick it up. You know.
we're gonna set this up.
Yo, Slat Danny, kick no ball.
This is my podcast, all right? From the chat. So I'm just playing. Thanks for tuning in, Slot Danny. We appreciate your support and all your comments. They're much appreciated. And a shout out to everyone in the chat, though, for real. For making this a thing. All right, guys, let's try to get back on topic a little bit. This episode has been
You're
off.
tight right now.
Yeah, I am. You can tell. Right? When do we start this? 8:00.
Yeah.
Almost 10. I think around 10 we'll wrap it up if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah.
That's great.
About 15 minutes. Okay, so we did discuss a lot of topics. We saw some new games on the PlayStation side, or new games being played on the PlayStation 5. Now I am hearing some reports that within the next week or so is when we may start hearing price announcements. I mean, with the PlayStation pre-order emails going out, are we expecting something similar from Xbox in the near future? I mean, again, we're less than 3 months of these consoles launching.
I could see it. I could see it maybe within the next week or two. At this point, they have to.
They're playing chicken with each other right now. They're saying who's gonna swerve, and neither of them are doing it, and they're getting closer and closer to each other. It's like, damn, when are you gonna announce the damn price? Launch day? Like, we need to know these things.
But PlayStation was actually smart though to do that kind of hey, you see if you can win a pre-order by signing up type of thing. That was actually really smart on their part. I mean, we all did. Once $sign sent me the link, I did it. I sent it to all my family. They did it.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's focus on the Xbox side though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think because of that, I think Xbox has no choice but to follow up, within the next week or two. Maybe do the same thing, maybe not.
Yeah, it would be really weird at this point if 2 or 3 weeks went by and we haven't even got like Actually, no. Did Xbox come out with a pre-order, like a sign up already? Xbox,
so.
Xbox size?
Not
guys-
that I've gone.
You haven't seen anything?
Our two local resident Xbox girls, they don't got it.
They didn't even
Well,
check.
fuck, you telling us they ain't shit ready for it. What do we need it for?
I think it's smart at this point to just make a new current console, and then when Halo comes out in 2 years, then you can buy the Xbox.
2 years. This fucking guy.
That'll probably be the next blow right there. Is Xbox coming 2021.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again,
I'll probably get it soon.
we're less than 3 months from launch from both these consoles, so I'd assume almost every week we'll at least hear one either small or big piece of information. I definitely expect there to be like one last final like push hurrah showcase. What? Someone's talking. Go ahead.
Cool hands. You're echoing.
Oh, it's the echo. Cool hand, your echo, man.
Really, I'm not even moving.
I don't know. I don't hear it anymore though. Oh, it's kind of slight. If anyone has it on their PC, please mute it.
Honestly, I think I really don't think they're gonna announce the price until about at least a month out. That's gonna be my guess on that.
So sometime in October.
Yeah,
We're not far, so that's.
or yeah, sometime.
But what about pre-orders? Do you think they're going to do that sooner, or
I think you might be able to pre-order without them even telling you the price.
Well, PlayStation just kind of gave you that option, not necessarily the
No.
pre-order.
But
They gave you the option to be part of it.
I don't see how you can pre-order without knowing the price.
No. I'm saying like Xbox will probably do that thing PlayStation just did yesterday. You know
What the PlayStation thing tells me is that PlayStation is ready to show the price. They're just saying, "Hold up, y'all gonna get the email when it's there, but I can't pre-order something without knowing how much." Because cost.
I could say like pre-order a spot, and if you can't afford it when it's time for you to buy it, you got to give it up.
you got to pay to pre-order to pay.
We got to remember, there's still on the Xbox side, there's still an unannounced console, right? So I feel like that needs to be announced first before Xbox can even remotely talk about any type of pre-order.
Oh, wait, that's right. You guys' pre-order. You gotta pre-order to pre-order.
No, we're pre-ordering to get a chance to have our hands on it before people who play less PlayStation, which I think is smart.
I think that was a smart move considering that they're not showing the price. You know what I mean? That was actually that kind of puts again the foot on Xbox neck. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
I think PlayStation just wanted more of a head count of like who's pretty serious about this right now, and just seeing how many people subscribe to that email and how much what they could be expecting for launch day in a sense.
I agree. I think that's well said. It's kind of getting a temperature check because in terms of the consoles, I mean, PlayStation showed their cards like, here are our two consoles. They're both going to be this, the exact same spec wise, except one's going to have a disc drive and one's not. Dollar sign, we haven't heard from you in a little bit. What's your speculation on the matter?
On when they're gonna release the prices?
The pre-orders for Xbox. I mean, would you agree that?
Yeah, I think they're gonna make a big event of it. So the way I imagine it going down is they're going to announce the cheaper Series S with the price, because they can create this narrative. It's like, oh, we care about all gamers. This is the price of the Series X, but look at this brand new console that's a lot cheaper, and this is the price for that, and they can use that to undercut the PS5, which is maybe why they're waiting for the PS5 price first, so they can use the Series S to undercut it.
I could see that actually.
Yeah.
Do we have predictions on who may announce first?
I think PlayStation will.
Okay.
Actually,
yeah, with the
no.
pre-order thing, I'm guessing PlayStation too.
Know what? Nah, I think with the pressure, I think Xbox. I'm gonna go Xbox first.
What about you, Trip?
Pre-order, that makes sense for PlayStation to do that. Secure those pre-orders.
Yeah, I feel like at this point and maybe this is the fanboy in me, but I think with the whole Halo Infinite flop, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air for Sony, because they're like, whew, the game's not coming out. We can just, we can put our shit out there at this point because we got the games coming, and they don't. So
they got the high ground, basically.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting who does it first, because Alana Pierce actually today shared a screenshot of a placeholder. Well, what may be a placeholder for the Xbox Series X price, and it was at $499. But she clearly said this may be a placeholder. I mean, this may not be the price, but there is something in a system somewhere at one of these stores that show that price. So, games or not, if you have a more powerful console at the same price point as the disc version of the PS5, I mean, that's definitely going to be a sticking point, I think.
Yeah, we're also forgetting that, it's because we're so much older that we can just go out and buy them. think about the kids that have to ask their parents for it. If my kid comes up to me and is like, I want this $700 system that just came out, but then there's also maybe a $400 one, the parents are probably going to go for the cheaper one.
Yeah, especially for holiday season,
Exactly.
where they're getting
Those kids
So-
gotta.
That might, so that might help undercut, the PS5, but we'll see.
And honestly, like at least I don't know any kids that are really that into specs. You know what I mean? Like adults aren't.
Exactly.
Let's be real. Most people don't care about specs. Only hardcore gamers care about specs. I mean, we could talk most powerful console all day. No shit. They're just like, where can I play my Halo? Where can I play my Call of Duty? Where can I play my God of War? Like it's all about games.
It's pretty cut and dry at that point.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk all day. I mean, one thing I'm actually kind of happy about, we haven't really talked about specs. We haven't talked about the 12.3 versus 9.2 or 10.2 teraflops. We're talking games.
It's nitty gritty at that point. Like you're nitpicking once you go down into the specs.
It's like it's really like there really isn't any difference at that point.
No,
Well-
I mean, at the same time, they're pretty. I mean, they're pretty parallel in their power.
100%.
100%.
It's just at this point there's no difference.
The Xbox is a little, and on paper, of course, because we don't know in practice. We haven't seen any actual reviews. We haven't seen a Digital Foundry breakdown or comparison. But I mean, from what we know, it's Xbox has the slightly more powerful GPU, while the PlayStation has a twice as faster SSD. So it's like this can load stuff faster. This one may have a little bit better graphic fidelity, and it's really up to Microsoft to really push that and
'Cause-
really show the case that at the end.
Yeah, the difference at that point is like, okay, yeah, even though the Xbox might have slightly better specs, what are they showing for it as opposed to the PlayStation, which they've already kind of shown me a couple things. So it's like if you lean towards what the specs really don't count. Like they count, but they don't matter as much.
Something we forgot to mention. So new Batman game. I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. It does take a departure from what we're used to with the Arkham series. It's a co-op experience. Have you guys got to check that out yet?
Yeah, I saw the gameplay.
Anyone
Yeah.
check it out?
Yeah,
I saw like
the trailers.
there's like a trailer I saw for it.
Let's get some like quick rapid fire impressions on that.
I think it's gonna be really cool. I think I was watching them standing over like the city at one point of Gotham, and I think it's just gonna be really cool. Like it kind of gave me that Spider-Man feel, so I just want to see what they're gonna do with it. But I think it looks really clean, and it looks like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so me being like the resident comic head on this one, I don't want, because like I just played the Avengers beta and I saw like a little similarity to it, like in the sense of like, oh, you have another hero following you around and kind of assisting you in this. I hope there's a lot of variation with combinations. I hope there's a lot of different kind of animations. I noticed that you can customize the costumes, which is really cool because in the trailer they showed Damian Wayne as Robin as opposed to Tim Drake, which I'm team Tim Drake all day. I am really interested to see. I don't know. I need to see a little more. I did like the boss battle. With Batgirl and Mr. Freeze. I thought that was really cool. I mean, but I just got to reserve my judgment until I actually get my hands on it and play it. Like I would need to play like a beta to really like see if I'm gonna get it or not.
Just two more small points to add on to that is from what I was saying is I definitely like the idea of the vehicle system in there, being able to ride around in the Bat car. Like, come on, that's awesome. The Batmobile, like,
Yeah,
and then the flying around aspect. I don't know. It just seemed really crisp. The glide and just how it moves, and I don't know. I think it's gonna have some really cool gameplay.
I just don't want to be hit with like another okey doke after just seeing the Avengers trailer and like some of the gameplay before I actually got my hands on the beta itself. You know what I mean? Because like I was actually really excited for it, and then I played it and I was like, I'm not going to get it. It's very limited, as opposed to like this right here. So I'm kind of I don't want to get too hyped for it. I want to be a little more settled for this one, and then it's like, all right, if I actually get my hands on it, I'll reserve my judgment for after type of thing.
So the game is called Gotham Knights for anyone who's not familiar. Me personally, it looks refreshing to considering that and this is $, correct me, it's Arcane, right? No. Rocksteady.
It's So I think the Gotham Knights is actually made by WB Games, and the Suicide Squad game is made by Rocksteady.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I just want to say that it's refreshing that, considering the gameplay may be similar to the Arkham series with a few caveats. I like that they are bringing back like a co-op game. I feel like you barely see that.
Local play.
Last one I played was A Way Out. I'm not sure it will even be local play, but it doesn't matter as long as you could be at your house, I can be at my house, and if you could jump in and play with me. I think couch co-op is pretty much dead at this point.
You know what? They need it. I would like to see a nice little comeback of couch co-op, honestly.
Of course you would.
Yeah, usually those fun couch co-op games are like by indie studios.
Yeah, or by Nintendo.
Yeah,
that's true. I do think it's really refreshing that there's a Batman game without Batman, and it highlights like the other characters. You get to be Batgirl, you get to be Red Hood, you get to be Nightwing, you get to be the different variations of Robin, whether it be Tim Drake or Damian Wayne. I actually think that's really cool. So that actually piqued my interest a lot with the game.
Yeah. We haven't heard from some people here about the Batman game. What do you guys think?
I'm watching the video right now. It looks pretty dope. I honestly haven't played any Batman games.
Really?
I know.
They're
Played
really
none of them. I heard that's one of the reasons I got the Game Pass. They had some Batman game on there I wanted to check out.
Okay, is it Arkham? Something from the Arkham series?
It's something, yeah. Check it real quick.
Okay.
It was,
$, what about you? You think it'd be something you'd pick up?
I'm on the wait and see train. Usually games that are like centered towards co-op, I just need to see how it's like how the gameplay is like, how they balance that. Where is it a good experience playing by yourself? How they manage when you're playing with someone else? Do they add more enemies? Do they somehow increase the difficulty? So I just want to see how they do it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, $.
Yeah, it's interesting. I do miss. I do kind of want Rocksteady to come out with something like I want another Batman game. I want another. But yeah, we'll see how this game turns out. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but from the gameplay, there's like a whole leveling mechanic, and there's a different interview where they were saying that like, certain enemies will be above your level, and try to go and fight this boss who's a level 30 and you're level 15, you're gonna get your ass kicked. But you could still beat them technically. I like that. It reminds me of Destiny.
Yeah.
Kind of fighting enemies above your level, but still kind of like holding in there and like really showing your skill to overcome that if that's what you want to do, or grind, level up, come back when you're more suited.
I agree. I really like that aspect. I believe they threw that in like Pokemon Shield as well, or something like that, Sword and Shield, which I thought was a really interesting.
I'm pretty sure they did. They did the same thing with like this Avengers game. Definitely like with the leveling up system. They definitely had enemies that were a little higher on the level range, as opposed to like you
Well, I want to ask you, what was your impressions on the?
It's just like a Marvel movie, man. It was disappointing. I just couldn't. I couldn't. So the gameplay felt repetitive. At one point, the only cool thing that I will say about it was there was a point in the beginning of the beta in which you're Iron Man and you're flying through the San Francisco Bridge, I believe, and you're chasing some enemies in front of you and you have to kind of shoot them down. And I thought that was really cool. The only thing that I didn't like about it was it felt like I wasn't controlling the flight, that the game was controlling my flight, and I was just more focused on like controlling the aim. But I think if I was able to control the flight, it would have been a lot more fun, because I probably would have failed a bunch of times. I will say it got real glitchy. I was in a boss battle. I was fighting Abomination, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the fight, he froze and was stationary, and then I just kept hitting him with triangle the whole time, and that's really all I did throughout the whole game. I was pressing triangle and got through the whole majority of the beta before it kicked me because time ran out. I mean, I'm not gonna get it. It feels like a game you're gonna get bored with eventually. And
I was on the fence, and you tell me the beta kind of trash. Probably won't pick it up. I mean, it didn't really pique my interest from the beginning.
I was really hoping. I mean, there was a lot of things that kind of disappointed people from the beginning, like the character models when they first announced it. There was a backlash about that. I don't know. I just don't think that it's going to do anything. I think even with Spider-Man being an exclusive on PlayStation isn't enough for me to buy it at this point.
Yeah.
We're getting our Marvel game with Fortnite this season, so I'm good.
Yeah, honestly. Cosmic Thor, dude. I'm all for it.
$. Before we close out the podcast for tonight. Oh, Trip, you were saying something?
No, I was saying how they got me to re-download Fortnite talking about that Marvel shit.
Yeah, your mic is being a little buggy. Just
straight down.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah.
Might have to run squads with Trip and $. Later on.
Hell yeah.
Before we close it off, $, can you please inform us on what's going on with this new Marvel Fortnite update, and anyone else who wants to chime in can?
Yeah. So I think probably Cool Hands could talk to it better because he knows the actual lore around it. But it seems like what they did was they added Cosmic Thor to Fortnite, and Galactus is coming after the Fortnite world, and and Cosmic Thor summons with his Mjolnir a ton of random Marvel characters. So like Mystique, Doctor Doom, Groot, who else? Iron Man, She-Hulk. And there's like new mythic POIs. You can have your mythic weapons are like Marvel abilities. It was just a ton of fun. They brought back the pump shotgun. It was missing last season. It's great to see it back. And I'm just really excited to dive back in because I love the pump, and I just can't wait to play. I'm probably gonna grind arena this weekend.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same. Yeah, man, I'm really interested in that one actually. They did it tastefully too. Like the way it looks, the aesthetic behind it, man, I'll say they did a great job. The animations look great, the character models look great, the skins for it look great, and I'm pretty sure they might just drop more as the season goes on. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add like more Marvel characters.
Oh yeah, like Silver Surfer is definitely gonna show up.
Oh, I hope it's Black Surfer at this point because if they're going with the whole Cosmic Thor thing, I hope they kind of keep that up and make that make it more current because for the casual fans who don't know, Cosmic Thor is a new kind of power that Thor gets when he becomes the right hand man for Galactus, and then Silver Surfer becomes Black Surfer, and if you guys haven't read it, pick up Thor Volume 6. It's out right now. Issue 6 is out right now. Pick it up, read it. It's great. And that's
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate everyone in the live chat who checks in every week, and any new subscribers I've gained during the stream. We thank you for your support. Again, we'll be doing a giveaway next week, so stay tuned on what that may be. I'll throw some on Twitter, and we'll try to do it during the show. Keep the show a little interesting. So on that note, I want to go ahead and start closing it out. $, if you want to tell them where they can find you or what your plans are upcoming.
Yeah, so right now I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. About to finish Act 2. I'm pretty excited about that. But I've been playing Sly Cooper 2 and I'm getting back into Fortnite because like I said, the new season looks really cool. So the main complaint I'm seeing about the new season is they reduced the chest spawn rate from 100% to 80%. But besides that, it seems like most people, the casuals, the competitive players, they're all just loving this new season. And it's also maybe just because it's like a breath of fresh air, but it seems pretty awesome.
All right. Trip, let them know where they can find you, or if not, what do you plan right now?
I'm actually running I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online with the God Heals, and then I'm playing Paladins also heals because they finally doing the battle pass with Sarah skins. That's the one fucking character I'm always, because that's what I do. Always healing fools. And now I guess I'm gonna play Fortnite because of these assholes in Marvel. Just bought the fucking battle pass and everything during the fucking show.
Oh man.
All right. CC, let them know where they can find you and what you're playing right now.
The same name on here. If you're looking for me on Twitter, it's going to be CC with a 1. Instagram, you can find me at 2020 WRXSTI. But currently, I've still been diving into the Oculus. Playing. I just bought Half-Life Alyx, so I'm excited to get into that. I've been playing a lot of Echo Combat, which is just really fun to get that real first-person shooter actual experience while you're there. But on the PC side, I've been still into Valorant. So if you guys are trying to play some Valorant, you can find me there with the same name. Just add me.
Good, sounds good. Last but not least, Cool Hand. Let them know where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on IG. You can find me on Twitter at Cool Hand Cruise. Still working on the Twitch thing. It's also Cool Hand Cruise, but I have nothing yet. But currently I'm playing Fortnite right now. A lot of Fall Guys. The game is so frustrating. It's so frustrating, but I love it. And a lot of Tomb Raider.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. And soon about to be whooping CC, iTrip, $, and Nova's candy ass all over God's green earth in Smash.
Yeah, I love
Y'all are in trouble when I get a Switch.
Y'all on the corner.
Y'all know where you can find me right here on YouTube, Nova. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. If you don't, then don't do it. I don't give. Yeah, we're gonna be back next week. Right now I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm in the middle of moving, new job, a lot of things going on right now. So, please bear with me. The show will be improving every week. However we can. We got a plan to eventually move to video a little bit down the line, probably closer to console launch, but we'll see how that pans out. Again, thank you guys for checking out the Insomniacs Podcast. We will catch you next week actually next week we may be starting a little bit later. I'm gonna talk to Salty, might hop on his podcast, Saltiest Gaming. And again, catch us here. Oh, forgot to mention Mooch and Craps M&C show. If you don't follow him already, follow Mooch and the Crap Gamer. We will be doing a show this Sunday. It's gonna be great. We always get a great turnout. And yeah, catch you guys next week. $, you can transition.